Homer collected money from everyone at the church. When he saw that the wealthy Burns gave too little, he kept asking him for money. Burns was forced by him to take out all his money.
Why don't you just take my blood? Yes, I'm old.
Flanders didn't receive much money, while Homer received far more money than him. Homer humiliated Flanders a bit and left with the pastor.
Really? Are you jealous of Brother Homer?
Maybe just a tad, Dad.
To be a good person, Homer even converted his yard into an ice rink. Everyone could skate here for free.
Homer, you're the nicest guy in town.
This caused Flanders to lose his position as Springfield's #1 good person. This made him very depressed. Flanders decided to become the kindest person in the world. He gave Christmas presents to every person in town. To raise enough money to buy the gifts, Flanders rented out his house. After seeing Flanders' behavior, Homer felt he couldn't fall behind. So he decided to give everyone a car. Lisa reminded him that the family couldn't afford so many cars.
Actually, most people now feel Christmas has gotten too materialistic. In fact, as a Buddhist, I believe people would be a lot happier without presents.
Homer thought everyone would be happier without gifts, so he secretly snuck into other people's homes at night and stole their Christmas presents. By morning, Homer had stolen everyone's gifts. He was preparing to burn all the gifts.
Now to hear the joyous sound of people waking up on Christmas to discover they have no presents.
But everyone was complaining that their gifts were gone. People angrily threw snowballs at Homer. Flanders suddenly appeared and protected Homer.
Maybe I was just as wrong to give you those gifts.
Homer suddenly saw a miracle in the sky. People instantly calmed down, so Flanders led everyone in prayer. Homer also shared the true spirit of Christmas with everyone.
I think the only thing left to do is return all your gifts. Ned?
It'd be my pleasure, Homer.
Homer and Flanders randomly distributed gifts to everyone. The professor received a bra.
But I don't even have them, but okay. I'll make them.
What happened when Marge gets a new body? It's as if she's been granted incredible magic. The story begins when Marge catches Homer showing off his masculine charm to other women. In order to win Homer's heart back, Marge decides to get liposuction. Her only request is that she can attract the man in the photo.
What if I just do aerobics?
When Marge wakes up, instead of feeling that her fat has been removed, she realizes she's actually had breast implants. Marge is furious and demands that the doctor reverse the procedure. The hospital director says the implants can be removed after 48 hours. When Marge gets home, she's miserable. She tries to open the closet door, but it keeps bouncing back, and she can't even pick up Maggie when the baby falls. Marge feels extremely embarrassed. Before going to bed, she covers herself up tightly, but Homer still discovers her new body.
God, there's another one!
Homer immediately suggests that the whole family go out for dinner the next day. Soon, the family arrives at a restaurant, thanks to Marge's charm, even though the restaurant was fully booked. The head chef reserves a table for them and gives them VIP treatment. Homer, excited, invites Marge to dance to assert his ownership. Before long, all the men present are smitten by Marge. How will Homer deal with this sense of crisis? Let me know in the comments.
And they're all mine.
You know how Bart bought a car based on his own abilities? Due to an old computer malfunction, Bart discovered a profitable game vulnerability. After realizing that this loophole was profitable, they moved their business to the computer laboratory at Springfield Elementary School. Skinner unexpectedly discovered their illegal activities. Bart began to persuade he to participate in this matter, promising to help him raise money to renovate the school's dilapidated infrastructure. So Skinner joined in. Skinner got the others into the computer lab outside of school hours to make money more efficient. Bart created an excellent employee list to motivate everyone. They also threatened Martin not to tell his parents about this matter. Bart and Skinner have now become partners. They have started fantasizing about what their life would be like after they become wealthy. However, students from another school are eyeing up the game's flawed territories and want a piece of the action. Bart and Skinner went to warn each other, the principal, but the principal said she is not in charge. The person in charge is actually a little girl the same age as Bart. Bart proposed to share territory, and the little girl agreed, but Skinner doesn't agree. He thinks the school won't be able to build a revolving stage if they share. Not only that, Skinner went to war with the little girl and said he wouldn't give up his territory. Then he kicked Bart out of the team and made Milhouse the manager. The team led by the little girl easily defeated the students of Springfield Elementary School. After learning that the students from the other school had occupied the entire territory, Skinner was furious. He plans to drive a bulldozer to destroy the opposing school. After learning of Skinner's insane behavior, Bart rushed over to persuade him and made him realize that his actions were wrong. Then the two of them drove away with a bulldozer without harming anyone. In the real world, Ned saw newspapers piled up outside the Simpsons' house and came to visit, only to find that the family was completely immersed in the virtual world, forgetting the existence of the real world. Homer was eating pizza in the car. He got the oil from the pizza all over the place. The oil on the steering wheel made Homer unable to control the steering wheel. In a panic, Homer crashed into a tree. At that moment, he received a call saying that Burns was having a meeting and asked Homer to come over immediately. Cletus beside him suggested bringing some balloons to make his colleagues happy. Homer asked him why he was selling balloons there. Cletus said that he accidentally discovered helium while chopping wood at home. Homer came to the conference room with the balloons. When Smithers saw the balloons in Homer's hand and was about to scold him, Burns stopped him. He found that the balloons were made of pure, undiluted helium. And it so happened that the helium in their nuclear plant's cooling reactor was running out. At this time, Homer said that he bought them from a hillbilly, and he had a lot more, and he didn't know the value of this thing. Homer also got the title of Best Employee because of this. So Burns went to Cletus's house with the money, but Cletus wanted to have a drink with Burns first, instead of making a deal. After taking a sip, Burns felt like he was on cloud 9. Helplessly, Burns found Homer, who was also a drunkard, to deal with Cletus. Then Homer found Cletus. The drunkards quickly got along well, and then Cletus invited Homer to have a drink and a meal together. After taking a sip, Homer also felt like he was floating in the air. The cunning Burns saw that the time was ripe and wanted Homer to trick Cletus into signing the contract. But the enthusiastic Cletus hugged Homer when he saw his good buddy. Homer presented the agreement to Cletus, but he seemed to trust his good brother so much that he was about to sign it without even looking at it. At this time, the guilty Homer stopped him and said that it was a fraudulent contract. Cletus and Homer hugged each other because of the honesty between brothers. How could the cunning Burns let the meat that was already in his hands slip away? Then he called 2 thugs and wanted to enforce the contract. But the things in the hands of Cletus and the children quickly made Burns face the reality. Can the surrounded Burns survive smoothly?